and welcome to WMLT News. I'm Erica Garnes. There are plenty of activities to get involved with here at Concord. Here's reporter Joe Faley with Campus Connections.
On September 30th, make the short trip to Pipestem State Park and learn the basics of wilderness survival from 7 to 9 p.m. at Park Headquarters Picnic Shelter. Also at Pipestem on October 2nd, starting at 9 a.m., visit the McKeever Lodge for a free wildlife identification tour. And get ready for a 4-day weekend. There will be no classes on October 6th or 7th, as this is fall break for Concord University.
The North and South Tower dorm renovations are underway and coming along quicker than expected for Concord University. According to Rick Dillon, Associate Dean of Students, the construction process on North and South Tower dorms are already ahead of schedule for this semester. The top 4 floors on the east end of North Tower being constructed now are expected to be complete in mid-October. They will then begin work on the bottom 4 floors of North Tower soon after homecoming. Concord is expecting both towers to be fully occupied after renovation by fall of 2017 semester. Caitlin Workman is offering a free Zumba class at Concord every Monday at 4:15 in the ballroom. Attending Zumba classes is a great way to get active and have fun. Zumba will get you moving and grooving. Attending Zumba has many benefits, including fat burning and improved coordination. You can receive a full body workout while still having a great time. More information, you can contact Caitlin Workman at 304-961-0663. As we welcome back new students this fall semester, we also welcome back new teachers. Here's an introduction of the new faces of the faculty here on Concord campus.
I'm Angela Adair, originally from Wyoming County, West Virginia. I'm a graduate of Concord University and Walden University, and I teach business and management courses here.
Hi, I'm Amanda Salchuk, and I am the new Assistant Professor of Management. I'm originally from Beckley, West Virginia, and I got my bachelor's degree from Concord University and my master's from Liberty University.
My name is Tina Powell. I come here from Roanoke, Virginia. I have my PhD from Fordham University in New York City, and I'm a lecturer of English.
I'm Robert Hoffman. I grew up in Buffalo, New York. I earned my undergraduate education from SUNY Buffalo. I earned my graduate degree from SUNY Brockport and a Master's of Fine Arts in Visual Studies. I am the new Assistant Professor of Communication Arts, principally focusing on broadcasting. I teach Intro to Broadcasting. I teach Intro to Mass Communication. I run the Mountain Lion Workshop, and I teach commercial production.
Hi, my name is Heather Williams, and I am from Charleston, West Virginia. I graduated from Concord University with my bachelor's degree and Marshall University with my master's degree. I am a lecturer of communications, and I teach journalism and communication courses.
Those are all the new faces we have for this week. Next week we will introduce the final 4 new faces on Concord's faculty. Concord University honors its athletes, both male and female, once a week by having the school select one of each for Athlete of the Week. The athletes selected this week are Jamil Dowse and Natalie Journay. Jamil Dowse had a career best, 10 catches, 166 yards, and 2 touchdowns against Urbana University. Natalie Journay shot a team best of 3 over par with a 77 on the first day of the tournament and 1 under par the second day with a 73. That was the best round by any player in the tournament that day. These athletes will be headlining the athletes page for the Concord's newspaper next week. A picture and short write-up about their accomplishments will be listed. On September 2nd, Dr. Jacob Womack performed his first solo piano recital at Concord University for several beneficial reasons. Dr. Womack performed a number of intense pieces, such as Dr. Tim Mainland's Piano Sonata, as well as Willie the Lion Smith's The Finger Buster, and many more. And now WMLT's Babe Murphy joins us in the studio with head basketball coach Todd May. Babe?
Thank you, Erica. I'm here with head coach Todd May, that's just taken over as the head men's basketball coach at Concord University. Thank you for joining us, Coach.
Thanks for having me, Murph. I appreciate it.
So, Coach, what's the biggest difference becoming from assistant coach to head coach?
It's about a 1.5 foot slide to the right. But no, in all seriousness, it's just the everyday interaction of now leading a program. Last year as an assistant, I had to focus on recruiting, had to focus on weight room, had to focus on skill development for our bigs, and now it's just the overall every day. I've got to make sure everything is prepared for all those things, weight, skill, practice, but just a lot more that goes into that also being the head coach compared to being an assistant last year.
Yeah, and now that you're a head coach, there's obviously more responsibilities that come with it. What are some of those?
Again, as I mentioned some of those, it's just the daily preparation, but now you're having to deal with, as assistant, I reported to Coach McBride, but now, I'm overseeing the program, talking with all the guys, just making sure mentally they're locked in, they're focused on doing things. Like I said, as I mentioned, just preparation in general for right now we're in our skill development, we're in our weights, we're in our conditioning, just making sure all that's ready to go. And with Coach Blake coming on board, I'm having to teach him how we do things as well. So not only are we teaching the new guys in our program, but we're also teaching, Coach as well, because he's new to our system and how we do things.
And speaking of Coach, how did you come across him and how is he helping you so far?
It was an interesting thing. He had called me about one of our former players, and so we just started the conversation, and I knew he was from my hometown, and I knew his family. Didn't really know him that well, as he's a little bit younger than I am, but we had talked about, the young man that had left our program, was looking to transfer, and just very similar backgrounds of obviously where we came from, our experiences getting to that point in his career and where I've gotten in my career. And so then when it got to the point where I got the job and I was looking for an assistant coach, I thought, this kid, I think he's got some of the good qualities that I was looking for. And there was a lot of variables that went into that, but the two main ones that really stuck out to me were his energy and his passion. He played Division III basketball in Ohio, and to play at that level, you've got to have a love for the game. There's no scholarships, there's no money involved. It's you having to play for the love of the game, and he did that. So obviously he's passed that on to our guys in our workouts, and just his energy. He's 24 years old. He comes in the gym every day. He pushes you guys to the max on everything there. So he's been unbelievable so far. And with the things he's done, incorporating shooting challenges and just bringing some new drills and some things that are a little bit different to our program that we didn't have last year.
So along with Coach Blake helping you, how do you plan on keeping Concord a winning program after you won a championship last year?
We had great success last year, and a lot of that goes back to our culture. Our guys do everything the right way. We don't have to worry about our guys being late. Everybody's always on time, if not early. We don't have to worry about guys skipping class. We do class checks, everybody's there. And when we do have things, whether it be workouts, weight room, whatever, our guys work extremely hard. And through that philosophy and through that culture, it's just a thing where, our 5 new guys we have coming in, it just gets passed down from the seniors to the juniors to the sophomores to the freshmen. And our seniors, as well as some of our juniors as well, have done an unbelievable job of leading and showing our guys our culture and how we do things. We always tell guys, yes, it's my program, but it's our program. It's Concord's program. And those seniors that last year graduated passed it on to this year's seniors of how we do things. That's always doing things the right way.
Yeah, so just along with everything else, what is your expectations for this year?
The expectations are, it'd be foolish for me to sit here and say, yeah, we're going to win another championship. It was very difficult to do last year, but our expectations are to come to practice every day, every game that we have in, are to compete at the highest level and make sure that we make the people of Concord proud. And hopefully when we get to March, when we're sitting in that situation, we're able to be playing for another Mountain East championship.
All right. Well, thank you for being here with us, Coach. I'm Babe Murphy. Now back to you, Erica.
Thanks, Babe. Coming up after the break, Miss West Virginia United States is joining us to talk about pageantry life. Stay tuned for more WMLT News. Welcome back to WMLT News. I'm sitting down with Brooklyn Clemens, who holds the state title as Miss West Virginia, United States. Thank you for joining us today, Brooke.
You're welcome.
Now, I have to ask, with you doing pageants for, how long have you been doing it?
Pageants are a more recent endeavor for me. I've only been doing them for about 2 years. I got into it when I started college.
And did someone inspire you to do it, or did you see it on TV? What made you think, oh, I just want to really do this?
Well, when I was little, my mom used to do the Miss Wyantropic pageants and things until I was born. And then I would look back at the old pictures and think that they were super cool and, oh, I would like to do that. And I always had friends who did them. And so I finally decided I'd take the leap and do it. And so that's how I got into it.
What are the benefits or the advantages of pageantry?
There's so many, and a lot of people don't realize that. They see it strictly as, oh, you're pretty, good for you. No, a lot of pageants, you go through an extensive interview, you fill out an impressive, lengthy resume, and you're really applying for a job to represent a festival or even a whole entire state, which is what I'm doing now, and that's a big responsibility. So they're looking for a girl who can be able to talk to people, relate to people, and even be able to be a public figure for them. So you learn how to do interviews, you learn how to do skills with other people that you might not be used to talking to, and you also gain a lot of confidence in yourself. I mean, you have to walk on stage and not be afraid of falling and keep your head held high, and also sometimes you have to do swimsuit competitions, which, let me tell you, that will make you really confident in yourself.
I'd imagine. Now, what do you offer through your title? What exactly do you do after you win?
After you win, you go out into your communities, and if you win a festival title, which is a lot of the local pageants, you go to the festival, you represent them, you even go to in West Virginia, it's West Virginia Association of Fairs and Festivals, you go there and you compete to win the state title so you can be the state fair queen. So, but with my title, where I started out locally as Bridge Day, I went into Miss United States doing the state of West Virginia. So what I do now is I have to do an appearance a month and also a charity event a month. So I am really able to use my platform, which is adoptions and foster care, to advocate for it, help do fundraisers and do a lot of that stuff, as well as being a role model for young girls, because I'm not a typical pageant girl who's like, oh, I'm perfect, because I'm not. I'm a super clumsy person, and I know by no means, I'm a super real person, and I keep it that way.
Well, that's really good. Now, like you said, you're a role model. Would you have anything to say for people who might be watching now? Any words of inspiration?
Absolutely. Pageants can be scary if you've never done them before. On-stage questions, talking in front of people, walking in front of being judged, but do it. Go for it. Odds are your first one isn't going to go that well. Mine sure didn't. I promise you that. But I'm here now, and I would do the whole experience all over again because it's so wonderful and you learn so much, and it really just brings you out of your shell. So I think that all the girls should try it and go for it. It might not be their cup of tea, but by all means, go for it.
All right, well, thank you again for joining us today.
Absolutely.
That's all for WMLT this week. I'm Erica Garnes. We'll see you in 2 weeks.